It is relatively quick and easy to tear a car apart. Then comes the work. How much work depends on how you specify or scope the project, and ultimately depends on your vision for the car at the completion of the project. When you specify the scope of the project, you are stating what work will be done, and more importantly, what will not be. Are you replacing the engine, or just pulling the engine and transmission so they can be refreshed? Are you removing the body from the frame, or just upgrading the body? Are you stripping off all paint, or just sanding the surface smooth? The scope also sets the expected quality of the work. For example, are you refinishing a Barret Jackson quality show car or a daily driver? It is easy to underestimate if you do not have a well-defined scope and pre-established budget for the project before you begin. Every part that is removed represents time to disassemble, clean, or rebuild, potentially break and replace, reassemble, and test. The more parts you remove, the longer and more costly the project. Of course, you do not know everything you need to know when looking at the car on the first day, but you need to have a pretty good idea of what the main issues are that you're going to fix. You must be able to separate what work needs to be done now and what can wait for later. For example, it is easy to replace the fan motor while the front passenger fender is removed. Replacing it now will be much less costly than replacing it later if it fails. Getting the fuel gauge to work could be done later, but since the gas tank needs to be dropped in order to repair trunk floor rust, you may as well do it now. In the case of this 1969 Pontiac Catalina convertible, the goal was not to do a 100% restoration that will be at home at Barret Jackson, but rather to make a very clean car that could be driven. Main goals were repairing the Enduranos, removing rust, chroming bumpers, and applying new paint. A new top would be added at the end of the bodywork. The motor and transmission would not be pulled as they were refreshed in 2019. The body would not be removed from the frame. Initial estimates were that it would take 4 to 5 months, which is the average time for an average paint project based upon how many cars one experienced person could do per year. $10,000 were available in a bank account to fund the project. This project was not undertaken for financial reasons as Pontiac's Catalina model is not currently sought after. We knew that we were taking a car worth $10,000, spending $15,000 on a project, and maybe ending up with a car only worth $20,000. That money invested in another model with more market appeal, like a same-year Pontiac GTO or Firebird, would produce a better financial return. These numbers help show that the connection to the car and the emotional appeal of what the car could be is what is driving this project. Once you have specified the project and commit to it, it is time to get organized. Please be sure to watch Part 2, Underestimating Project Organization,